He is the founder of the Big Three Basketball League. He really needs no introduction at all. It is IceCube. Thank you for joining me.
Oh, thanks for
I appreciate that. I want to start because you're a big basketball fan. You're a big Laker fan. So I know you've been following where Kawhi Leonard's going to end up. And people are coming down on both sides of this DeMar DeRozan-Kawhi Leonard trade. DeMar DeRozan is kind of calling the loyalty of the Raptors organization into question. So I want to ask you, do you see where he's coming from, or is sports really just a business?
Both. I definitely see where he's coming from. You know, you fall in love with a great city like Toronto, and, man, you don't want to leave, you know what I'm saying? But it is pro sports. You know, teams got the right to move you. It's kind of sad, but true. And, you know, I think Toronto's getting a great player, and I know San Antonio's getting a great player, so the city will be fine. But
you can say it. It's the player that Toronto's getting that is still probably going to sign in LA later. I know you're hoping.
You never know. I mean, we always thought DeMar was going to sign with the Lakers one day, but he fell in love with Toronto. So Kawhi might do the same thing.
I mean, everyone in Toronto is certainly hoping. I need you to kind of explain something for me, because you've spoken out in support of LeBron heading to LA. A lot of Kobe fans don't seem to be in support of this move, and I don't really get it. Like, the murals are coming down. Why is it that LeBron isn't being embraced by some fans?
I have no idea. It seemed like an insecurity, if you ask me, because Kobe is cemented. I mean, you can't erase what he's done. You can't add to it. It's a done deal. And this is our new player that's coming to Los Angeles, help us win another championship, and we need to embrace him because he can't hurt Kobe's legacy.
It's true. They just got the best player in the world right now. Something to be excited about. In the late 80s, you were synonymous with the LA Raiders. What do you think of what Drake is doing now as a global ambassador of the Raptors?
It's dope. You know, music and sports go together like peanut butter and jelly. So, I mean, we definitely had a affinity with the Raiders back in the day. You know, it helped shape NWA's identity in the minds of fans. And, you know, so, you know, when you think of Toronto, you think of Drake, you think of the Raptors. So, to me, it go together like peanut butter and jelly.
It works perfectly. All right, this Friday, you're bringing the Big Three League to Toronto for the first time.
Yes.
If people aren't familiar with it, tell us a little bit about Big Three.
Oh, it's great, man. It's professional 3-on-3 basketball played by former NBA players. We have Hall of Fame coaches like Dr. J and Iceman, George Gervin, and Gary Payton, Rick Barry. But we have great players, too, you know, that still got that fire in their gut. Maury Stoudemire, Nate Robinson, Baron Davis. So, to me, it's a festival. It's like a rolling basketball festival. We're here in Toronto this Friday. 4 games for the price of 1. You really can't beat it.
Who is the one player that you would love to see come play in Big Three that you haven't been able to convince yet?
Oh, man, Kobe, Tracy McGrady, with Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Rip Hamilton, Tim Duncan. The list
Tim Duncan
goes
would be
on
cool.
and on. Yeah.
Would be cool. What about if LeVar Ball wanted to come play? Would you bring him on board?
No, he can't play. He should just, you know, just be a daddy to his kids. But, you know, we really want, you know, former NBA players. I promise guys will be able to play with their peers. Those are the peers. LeVar, he can definitely come and sit courtside with me. We can check out a game.
Finally, I have to ask, what makes for the better Friday? Sitting on the porch with Chris Tucker or going to check out a Big Three game?
Oh, man, going to check out a Big Three game, you know. Chris Tucker is cool, but the Big Three, you know, is so much fun, so many more people involved. You know, me and Chris can hang out anytime, but Big Three is special. It only come around 10 times a year, and here we are in Toronto.
All right, Friday is the big day. It's the first stop in Toronto for the Big Three League. For tickets, you can head to big3.com. It's down at the Scotiabank Arena. There are 4 games that all tips off at 7 Eastern. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.